World Golem culture. Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. Lunar cell panel prototype ready for first test. Newcomer progressive elfin metal band Abathor tops US music chart. Okay. My nose is still so itchy. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up. I'm just going to check my tomato chill. Last night was wild. Ever had a night like that. She looks so cute! I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. Hell yeah. Oh, Freya liked that one. I miss Freya. I hope she comes in for like the finale of this game. Normal schedule, okay. Dinner with his team. Oh, what a cute team. Is that a real... Is that a real person or is that a stuffed animal? Cute either way. Okay. All the ingredients are stocked up and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury's giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? No, but sometimes I get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for the Fury, and it changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Can it make you crave jelly beans? Because same. Small, but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. And a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Zoe. Since a Galahad can soothe your fury, maybe it would work on pre-fury as well? Maybe, but I think I need it to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad with no caffeine and maybe blue. Okay, so the Galahad is tea, milk, and ginger. So blue pea, milk, and ginger. A Gala tea, that's so cute! Oh my god. Look how cute that is. I bit my tongue a little bit, but that's okay. Here you go. A Gala tea for you. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Zoe? No, it takes a bit of soul searching. To tailor it to the situation and so on. It almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Call it a sixth sense. Right, let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Back the tea be brewing. Brewing! Oh, I have an itchy foot and I can't reach it. Actually, Zoe, I guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No, I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. Ugh. But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all? You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling, looking so gloomy it sucked the colour out of the room. And it's not the first time either, it's a constant these days. Please help me help him, Zoe. I'm at my wit's end. Oh, I'll help you to help him. Thanks, Simkin. See, my little foot itch is fine. It's the nose itch that's just constant and persistent, and it's just because of hay fever. Mr. Hyde? Ugh, fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be, if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Eyes on the prize, Zoe. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job! Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs, but modelling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modelling behind, then? Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modelling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months, and I knew clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories, but then social media came, and it all became disposable. Clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in and everything's forgotten. Blink and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days, though, with slow fashion and the like? That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that, but the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So, are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered, that became part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who will always remember you? That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? Do you see what I'm dealing with, Zoe? It does seem to be a thorny issue. It's also a horny issue. I'm saying, yes, I like Hyde very much. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde. Yeah, that sounds good. Why don't you give Hibiscus another shot, Zoe? I'll give you a hint. Make it very, very spicy hibiscus. Okay? Very, very spicy. So that goes up to 6. That goes up to 4. So maybe it's hibiscus with a double ginger? What if I do... Yeah, that only goes up to 4. That goes up to 5. I can't count. That's also 5. I guess I'll try that. A Zobo. That does look more bold. And here's one Zobo for you. Let's see. You do know me well, Zoe. Ah, so I take it this works for you? This is a perfectly executed Zobo if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right that first time? Forgive an old man his old man jokes. I see you've had your fun, but you still lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could definitely figure out the one hibiscus drink he likes. So now I get to say that I was right. Excuse me. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. Ugh, you're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? Thank you, Jamie. Sorry, 1 second. I want to check the tings. That's now working in a hospital. Carlos Sanchez, old enough, it's still sleeping, sure you think that was alive. Cool. Oh, hi everyone. Hey, Lua. Hi, Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. How are things with you two, by the way? Just let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Zoe. Of course. What would you like? Dude, how is there another update on here already? Okay, looks like Lucas is drunk, but that's fine. I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. That's what I said earlier. That sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please. Let's see. What about... What about some blue pea with lemon and honey? Lemon, honey, blue pea. Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Thanks, Dr. Zoe. This is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company's trying to get a big contract, so I've been organising meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making, and a part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your question earlier, Gala, you probably gathered that Bay and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it too. Right. Well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days, and honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bay means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me, but I get annoyed instead, and then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally, if we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons, but things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first, I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organising things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bay to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. But I'm realising that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bay. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. They're always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear beautiful designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. Bay wants to honour that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realise that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that, but how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honour your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters? Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you've met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Right. I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in relationship with your friends who got married. And the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers and at a fast food joint if that's what you like. That way you can also take budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just, my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they do, or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. Yes! I think I said something about that in the last game. Hmm. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counsellor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? He's bored of modelling. Finds it too impertinent, wants to leave a mark, wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modelling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? Excuse me. I was modelling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, lugged the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. Hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that? Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light, and also because it was a slower experience, something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual, posing, switching, posing some more, but something felt different. Then I realized it was most of the time we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Is that unusual? Yep. Most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time, and we kind of got friendly, I guess, because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and won a portrait of her, and she suggested I come with her to the darkroom, watch how she developed pictures and how they came out. It sounds very sexy. I whip my camera back and forth. I whip my camera back and forth. I whip my camera back and forth. You did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know, a me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, please do it more. Please, sir, do it more. No, I think it's a beautiful story, and it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. I think I have a bug bite on my foot and that's why it's so itchy. Hold on. Ooh, yeah, I've been nibbled on. I have definitely been nibbled on. Oh boy. Bugs just love to bite me, man, and it really, really, really annoys me. It's what you said. It captures the light beautifully, and it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Who, me? No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. I think you got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It will be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental, and you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents, but most importantly, you'd do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. A career in the mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde, and good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. Oh, it will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, Zoe. See you later. Good night, you two. And once again, we are left alone with Hyde. Oh my. I'm a lucky girl tonight. Here we go again. Last one sitting. Indeed. Proper night owls. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do, sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then next thing you know... I don't want it to sound too depressing. So, you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone, to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one, not really. I'd know. The one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's a freedom in knowing that about myself. Mood, Hyde. See, again, me and Hyde, meant to be. We can be together, but they're also, you know, not. You know. Basically, I just want, like, a fucking polycule with, like, Hyde, Riona, and Neil. I just... Yes. Yes. Just yes. Gib. Gib to me. Please. Thank you. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating, and something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, Zoe, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable, for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala is from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do, eventually. The world will change 100 times, technologies will die out, new technologies will come. And I will feel again the way I feel now, in a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will, am I right, Zoe? That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. Oh, you can know me. You can know me in any which way you please. I suppose that's true. So, anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. So, our kind of aliens are like immortal, like how vampires are? Is that what I'm getting from this? Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to browse for some film cameras. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well.